Greetings, everyone. Have you ever been in a situation where you have done something to block another person's blessing? Are you the kind of person that when you see good things happening to other people, you become jealous or envious and you will say or do things to just sabotage that person's blessing? If the answer is yes, this is for you. I'm going to share with you today some examples, and I'm going to ask you to think carefully about what I'm saying to you. Because if you attempt to block someone else's blessing, what you're essentially doing is blocking your own. Be very careful and take this as a warning. And if you're guilty, the only way to make amends is to reach out to the person who you know you have deliberately sabotaged or attempted to sabotage, and ask them for forgiveness. Whether they accept it, your apology that is, or forgive you, is a different matter. Just ask, go and make peace with that individual. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are a young man and you are financially embarrassed, that means at the moment, in the Jamaican way of saying it, nothing now going for you. If you're a female and when you look around, the other ladies are doing well and they're just living their lives, and you're just wondering, when is it going to be my turn? This is for you as well. Listen, I'm going to warn you. This is a warning. Be careful about how you go and try to stop people from doing what God asks them to do. My previous message was talking about, doing the thing that God ordained you to do and not paying attention to the haters. Well, this is pretty much an extension of that, because some of us are just jealous and hateful. Even when good things are happening in our life, we will go out there and try to stop someone else's blessing. You just feel like someone is undeserving, but you are not in the position to decide who gets what, who must come out when it's time for anybody to get any kind of blessing. That is not on you. Okay? And so I'm going to talk to people who, for example, you have your loved ones, your family members who, come to Jamaica, for example, and you see them getting involved with people that you don't approve of. Now, nothing is wrong if you know that the person has some kind of character that is not the best. And if your family member asks you your opinion on that person's character, you can be honest. Well, this is what I see, this is what I've heard, and you can't even go too heavy on the heard thing. It's what you know. But once you have given them, your true answer, and they decide to go on in dating these persons, back off, because you don't know what God's plan is for people's life. There are so many persons who are coming from very humble beginning, and when it's time for them to come out of that, God or the Creator can use anybody to bless that person. And so, this guy is poor, but he's humble. This female, she's coming from humble beginnings, but she has this special thing in her. She's a beauty, not just on the outside, but inside. And then, every time we are sending up the prayers and we're making our request and we do it in private, we get rewarded with it openly. So when you look and you see this girl that, you call her all kinds of names because you think she's unworthy, because she's not, wealthy, or she's not what you call beautiful. But this person has someone that sees beauty in her. This guy has something special, and someone see beauty in that person. None of these individuals might be perfect, but when the hand, that invisible hand, is working to uplift that one, be careful. I see people doing this all the time in our community. Someone is moved up from that desolate place, and when they get to the point where people see the blessing upon them, all they provide them with is hatred. Stop it. I see it happen in dancehall all the time. I see individuals hating on persons who God chose to bless. The last thing you want to do is interrupt somebody's blessing. It's not going to end well for you. And so leave people alone. If a woman decides she wants to pick up a poor man or poor boy, as you would say, it is not your business. If the man decides he wants to go with this woman and you call her all kinds of names, it's not your business. Stop interrupting or interfering with God's plan. Anything that is meant to go through is designed to go through. When two persons come together, whether you approve of their union or not, that is irrelevant. That is insignificant. What God ordained to happen must happen. And you don't know behind the scenes how these two persons who are getting involved with each other are getting the signs, are getting the go ahead. Because anything that is meant to happen, truthfully speaking, there's not going to be this real hardship. You might struggle up to the point when the breakthrough is about to come, but once the breakthrough is there, all doors open, all pathways are cleared. So if you're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, as they would say, and you get to the point where suddenly everything starts to open up like sesame, know that it's time and that the invisible hand is approving. Sometimes two persons get together and they end up apart later on. It was still designed, and children are produced from it. It was still designed. Sometimes it's for a season. These two persons were created to produce a child. And until they came together, the two, genes come together to produce that child. Every family is chosen. Every child is chosen to be a part of every family. Okay? And so you don't know what you don't know and you don't understand. Leave it alone. Stop doing things to block other person's blessing, because if you do, you will not be blessed. You will be constantly asking, why is this happening to this person? Why can't it happen to me? First of all, if you start asking that question, you are in the wrong place. You should never covet anyone's blessing. And when you see someone is getting what you would want for yourself, be thankful and be happy for those ones. There are too many persons in the world who just want good things to happen to them and their children. And when they see wonderful things happening for other people, they come with the negativity. You're blessed. Every day you say you're blessed and you're highly favored. But when something great happens for someone else, you come with your negativity. Be very mindful. Be very careful. Because listen, in old expression, anything that's not dead, don't dash it away. Okay? Anything not dead, don't dash it away. So you can't predict what a person's future is. Regardless of your prejudice that you hold in your mind, it cannot stop. Your hatred or your just enviousness of other person's blessing, it's not going to stop them from prospering. So why don't you just be happy for them? And sometimes just mind your own business. Mind your own business. You don't care which man the lady want to take or which woman the guy want to take. It's none of your business. If you say they're worthless and they have no ambition and they're taking people that you don't want, they're not forcing you to go be with a man that you don't like, and there are a woman that you don't like. Who's forcing you? Who's telling you to go be with someone who you're not interested in? So if it's not your business, mind your business and leave theirs alone. And if you're a good friend or a good family member and you even predicted or foresee certain things and it did happen, just be a good friend to the person. Because again, every one of us have experiences that are designed to teach us. There are moral lessons, even the things that hurt, even the mistakes we make in the past. No sense in beating yourself on the head forever. It was meant to teach you a lesson. So it doesn't mean you can't share your story. But remember that if it happened, it served two purpose. Is this to bless you or to teach you? Okay? So let's talk about this in the comment section. Are you dating somebody that people are, complaining about or saying that you shouldn't be with, or people are going behind your back and trying to block your blessing? How do you deal with this? How do you cope with this? And how do you go forward to understand that don't pay attention to them? Sometimes it hurts if people look down on you and judge you, but leave it to the Creator because all things will work out in the end. Stay blessed.